Hi, this is Photino314. You're going to see how powerful a graphing calculator can be.
To do this, we're going to get a calculator to graph so many points. It'll be unbelievable. It's going to be over 1 million points on a single graphing thing here at once. I'll show this on a polar graph, so we're going to set the mode to POL right here. So we're going to set theta max to pi, using the pi button, and theta step to 0.000048, which is, as I've done a lot of trial and error testing, is the most amount of points you can get per 1 radian, or anything at all, in this case. Most amount of points. Now, I actually did the math here, I just brought it down. For every 1 radian, just one, on the polar graph, we're going to get 65,449 points plotted. And just to give you an example, the polar graph goes from here all the way around to here. So that'll be pi from here to here. So pi, which is 3.14. 3.14 times this, you're going to see here, times will get us 205,512. That's how many points we're going to get in just a single graph. We're going to enter 6. 1. The absolute value of 7 sine of 200 theta. All of these are going to be 200 theta, which means they're going to be not only many points, but very complex graphs as well. 3 are the absolute value of 9 cosine of 200 theta, and the absolute value of 10 tangent of 200 theta. Sorry for the blurred vision in this case. For the graphing calculator to graph all of these points, down here is the total number of points that the calculator will be graphing, or 1,233,075 points. That's actually pretty impressive for just a calculator. Not a computer or anything, just a freaking calculator can do this. Alright, I forgot to do this, but the last 3 graphs, because you can't see them here, are the negative versions of the first 3 mentioned. So, negative absolute value of 6 sine of 200 theta, negative absolute value of 9 cosine of 200 theta, negative absolute value of 10 tangent 200 theta. Yeah. Let's graph now. Hit graph, and we'll go. This might take a few hours. I'll be back to you when we get to certain points. Now we are over 100,000 points plotted. Yeah, it's kind of going to load like this. You'll see how it goes later. Here, we're at around 200,000 points. Yeah. That's pretty impressive. 30 minutes or so. Well, this is just amazing. At about an hour in, we're over 300,000 points from where we started at 0. So over 300,000 points graphed. See, the second time it's going around, it's slightly farther out than the first. That's what it is set to do. On the third time, it'll just cover the entire top. And then it'll do the same as the first sequence on the bottom. I haven't looked at it for a while, but I happened to notice this. We're at around 440,000 points plotted going around for this time. Then we're going to start getting to the bottom. This is freaking amazing. This is amazing, honestly. Would you look at this? We already passed 500,000 points graphed. That's right, we're over halfway to 1 million. Of course, most of them overlap, but that's besides the point. This was to prove that you could, and we're already over halfway to 1 million points graphed. It's only been like an hour and 5 minutes, so yeah, later I'll show you, you know, the math about what the rate is to graph all these points. I'm sure it'll be pretty impressive. I was doing some math here, and at the rate we're seeing here, around 4,600 points are graphed every minute, which means at that rate, around 75,000 points are graphed every second. Yeah. That shows how impressive this machine is. Wow. Guess what? We're at halfway. We are halfway through getting to the most I can imagine it being possible to graph on a graphing calculator. That's right, we are right now over 600,000 points graphed. And we're starting on the bottom, as you can see the lines going through there. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. This is amazing. By the way, at this point we are about 2 hours and 10 minutes into this. Yeah. I am just amazed by this though. Wow. We did it. Wow. We hit 1 million points graphed right here. This is amazing. It took 3 hours and 40 minutes, almost exactly. Yeah, this is beautiful. 1 million points graphed on a graphing calculator. We're gonna go for 1,200,000 and whatever the last tens and 100s are. So yeah. Over 1 million points graphed right here. This is amazing. This is just beautiful. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Wow. Here we are. All 1,233,075 points plotted. This is an amazing thing here. Not only does it do this, now that you know you're done, you can do this. You can go around, find all the points. Kind of see it through this recording. Overall, it took maybe 4.5 hours to graph, so that's pretty impressive. This is amazing. I'd like to do more things like this later, and I most likely will. Wow.